Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you for coming to the Western world when you did, a pivotal time in the history of planet Earth. We shudder to think had you not come. For those of us who were teenagers or young adults back then, the 60s and 70s were a special time. Some God brethren have even suggested that the counterculture movement was orchestrated by none other than Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu to create a fertile field for their very dear associate, Your Divine Grace, to sow the seeds of Krishna Bhakti all around the world. This month marks the 50th anniversary of the Woodstock Music Festival, held in upstate New York. Some of your disciples, like His Grace Burijan Prabhu, were photographed there, distributing back to Godhead magazines and peacock feathers. In the years following, others amongst the 400,000 seekers at Woodstock came to the safe shelter of your lotus feet. Back then, a favourite slogan of the counterculture was, "Trust no one over 30." Sadly, many who didn't take up, I have that effect on children. Sadly, many who didn't take up the positive alternative of spiritual life as taught by you eventually drifted back to the mainstream. And as businessmen, their catch cry became, "Trust no one under 30. Though acknowledging the hippies had at least developed distaste for aspects of our parents' values, you pointed out that causeless knowledge and detachment automatically come about as byproducts of serving Krishna in Bhakti Yoga. One doesn't have to strive for them separately. Ironically, Srila Prabhupada, you were more than double the age of 30, but still you inspired almost 5,000 of us to place our trust in you. I have never once regretted this decision and thought, what if? I thank the Super Soul, Antayami Krishna, for giving me the good sense to come to you for shelter and to you for accepting me. The snail appears not to be moving, but is in fact slowly crossing the room. I'm sorry, Srila Prabhupada, that my progress in spiritual life has been so slow. Being unlimitedly merciful, I know you will never give up on me or any of us. You once described your Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, as very strict. His Divine Grace was sharing Krishna consciousness predominantly with persons from very cultured families in India, often already Vaishnavas. It is generally accepted that he too also accepted around 10 Westerners as his initiated disciples. You, Srila Prabhupada, said, I am 80% lenient, 20% strict. You came on his order to the lands of the barbarians and with utmost patience trained, taught and inspired. Lord Kapila Dev describes the symptoms of a sadhu like your Divine Grace in Srimad Bhagavatam. We've already heard this once this morning, but we're going to hear it again. Titikshaspa karunika surida savadehinam ajata satrava shanta sarava sarubhushana. The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful and friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by the scriptures and all his characteristics are sublime. With a grateful heart, I beg to always remain a servant of your servants here at your beautiful New Govardhana. Alalanatha Das.